So let's go to the second subject, and that is strategic case study. This is also another paper with the pass rate even below management accounting. Strategic case study is an interesting paper. What you must understand in respect of strategic case study also is that, as the name suggests, strategic case study. But actually, strategic case study is the final paper you are expected to write before you become a chartered accountant. Why is that the case? Because strategic case study is a combination of many other things that you've learned already. What does that mean? It means that there is a significant portion of the syllabus that you have already learned. So you're going to be seeing some management accounting issues here. You will see things in financial management here. All right. Sources of finance, investment appraisal, risk management, and treasury issues. Then we move on to some corporate reporting or financial reporting understanding. Okay. Let me stay with corporate reporting. Why? Because you could be asked to do ratio analysis. You could be asked to prepare or present some financial statements. So that's there. You must know that. So some management accounting issues, some financial management issues, some corporate reporting issues, then certainly business management and information system in level 1. Okay? Business management and information system in level 1. Some of the things there coming up here. So case study is bringing together all of these things. So if you are just there looking at baby, kafo, mbomamiete case study, you're going to screw it up. You must understand that you may need knowledge from management accounting, financial management, corporate reporting, and then level 1, business management and information system. And that's what you need to understand in that case. What does that mean? It means before I get excited into the breakdown of the syllabus, to pass the strategic case study examination, it is important you revise these basic topics or revise some topics in these areas as per the syllabus. And I'm going to be going through that with you. So you must revise the other subjects. And that is why we've taken efforts to include some of the key topics that you need to understand in these subjects in the mobile application as well as on our portal under strategic case study. So those key topics that you must understand under management accounting, financial management, introduction, business management and information system level 1. All those basic issues that you need to understand, we have them and adding videos about them continuously that you must know about. Because those things may not be covered directly in your strategic case study class, but you will go to the strategic case study exam and you will see them there. It is not like your lecturer did not do a good job, but you are supposed to know about it because it is in your syllabus. And that is what we need to understand here. And so if you look at, again, for instance, last semester, what the examiner brought, before I go there, let me also add the third thing. So number 1 is a combination of subjects. Number 2, you have to revise those other subjects, some key topics there. Number 3 is for you to make sure that you know that there will be a pre-scene, or what can also be referred to as advanced information. So the examiner is going to be presenting us, or ICA will present us with advanced information. It's called a pre-scene. What many people do, and the reason why a lot of people fail the examination, is they wait. 2 weeks to the exam, the pre-scene is going to be released. This is 2 weeks to the main exam. It's going to be released. And the purpose of the pre-scene is to help you to have an understanding of the industry, the entity, and the various issues that you must understand. But your pre-scene analysis is not an indication of what is going to be happening in the exam hall, because nobody cares about the analysis of the pre-scene. Okay? Nobody cares. This is it. Nobody cares about your analysis of the pre-scene. Make sure you understand the contents in the syllabus. That's it. And the reason why many people fail the case study examination is because they just wait. But the pre-scene is going to be released 2 weeks to the exam, and that is to help you to have an understanding of exactly what is going on in the case, in the story. Now, there is a video available, again, in our mobile application, as well as I think on the portal, on how to analyze the pre-scene, right? I'll be giving you some blueprint in the class, but you can also watch that ahead of time so you have an understanding of what you are supposed to do as we are going through these exercises. So that's what you need to understand. So last semester, for instance, you see the exam. In the exam hall, you have the pre-scene plus additional information, then you see the questions. And so these are the questions the examiner brought last semester. That's March 2025. There were 5 questions, each of them 20 marks, covering various areas of the syllabus. Not your analysis of the pre-scene, various areas of the syllabus. So what I want you to really take away about case study is that it is the final paper. It is a combination of subjects. You need to revise those other subjects pretty well, and you need to make sure that you know how to use the pre-scene and expect, or what to expect in the exam hall. But what is the breakdown of the syllabus? The case study syllabus is also divided into 5 major categories. 5 major categories. The first category is strategy analysis. Now, this is 20 marks area, very huge area. There are a lot of things that we need to look out for here, as well as a couple of models that you need to be mindful of. And so under strategic analysis, you are going to be getting excited into some models. Let me see if I can bring this slide up. You're going to be getting excited into some models like the macro environment PISTL analysis, like the competitive environment Porter's 5 forces, like the internal environmental analysis SWOT analysis, some ethical issues, and some other issues, corporate social responsibilities as well here, Porter's diamond analysis, and we're going to be getting a breakdown of these as well as we proceed in the discussion. So that's strategic analysis. A lot of material there that we need to know about, and a lot of models there. Once we are able to analyze the environment and the various capacities of the entity, we come to strategic choice. What are the alternative choices available to the company? And that's the second part, strategic choice. Here, we are going to also be highlighting a couple of models, like the Ansoff growth matrix, like the BCG matrix, like the Porter's generic strategies, and a lot of issues here. Then strategy into action. Why? Because now we know what we are supposed to do. Let's implement the strategy. And that is where strategy into action comes in. And when we are implementing the strategy, it is important we talk about issues in relation to change management and the various change management theories that you have to be mindful of. Then it comes to financial objectives. This area is financial management, financial reporting, or corporate reporting together. So you see some financial management issues there, some corporate reporting issues there. Analyzing performance and position of the entity and all of those things, ratio analysis and all of those things there. Then certainly the last aspect, corporate governance. And so this is the breakdown and how the examiner is going to be dealing with us in the exam or when it comes to strategic case study. And so, as I mentioned, you must know that it's a collection of subjects. You must know that you need to revise the key topics in those subjects. You must know that there will be a preaching. And it's largely going to be a reading issue. And so you have to read. Why is this important? Because number one, you need to understand the topics in the syllabus. That's the first thing. So when they say analyze the strategic capacity of the entity, you know what to do. Understanding the topics in the syllabus. Number two, you need to be aware of the questions that the examiner is likely to ask. Okay? So understand the context of the questions. So the context of questions that the examiner is going to be asking. So if the examiner asks you to analyze the strategic capacity of the entity, how do you answer that question? What is the context of the question? If the examiner asks you to analyze the competitive nature of the entity and the strategies that the entity should adopt, how do you answer that? So understanding the context of the questions, because a lot of people do digression. And it is very easy to digress in strategic case study. Very easy, because your brain is going to lie to you. Oh, the examiner is asking me this. When in reality, the examiner is asking something else. I hope you are getting what I'm saying here. Understanding the context of the question. And that is why one thing we do here is assignments, performance evaluation test, because we have to see. And that links to the third one, writing out the answer. So the structure of answering the questions. How do you write your answer? What is the scope of the write-up the examiner expects you to write about? Like how much? So there is a question that the examiner has here. Let's go to the March 2025 question. Say you are looking at question 3. Question 3B. It says, explain 5 reasons why diversification strategy is appropriate and 3 factors that could make diversification strategy inappropriate, for 10 marks. 5. So you need 5 reasons. 3. So you need 3 reasons. But how much should you write? What points do you bring up? What should you talk about? That's what we mean by understanding the structure of answering the questions. Then number 4, it's going to be planning in the exam hall and time management. So in addition to studying consistently, understanding the topics in the syllabus, you must also familiarize yourself with the structure of the questions that the examiner is going to be asking. Then you must also know how to write out your answers. There are some of you, all you do is you don't do anything. The book is too big. When I pick the book, I don't know where to learn. Yeah, you will pick the book and not know where to learn because you don't have a study plan. You will pick a book and not know where to learn because you are not disciplined enough. You will pick the book and you don't know what to learn because you are not taking responsibility for what you are doing. Because case study is not a playground. It's one of the most difficult papers in the ICA examination. Why? Because it's bringing everything together. It's bringing out the best in you. And so these are the 4 things that I want you to be mindful of. And throughout our discussion in strategic case study, understanding the topics, you will be guided. You will be told the structure of the questions. You will be given opportunity to write out your answers. We will mark the script. We will go through. We will laugh at you. Grammar, everything. We will discuss it together. And then you will be guided on how to plan your answer in the exam hall and also deal with time management. That is what you must understand when it comes to strategic case study. So please, I want to impress on you. I don't care how many times you have written this paper, maybe 5 times, 6 times, at one time, or this is your first time. I don't care. I don't care what the heck somebody has also told you about the paper. One thing I know is this: if you are disciplined and you follow instruction and you take responsibility and you go through these 4 steps, I can guarantee you, you go to the exam hall and you pass the examination. Because again, if you think you're going to do some analysis and take it into the exam hall, nobody cares about your analysis of the precinct. Make sure you understand the content of the syllabus. And these are the things you must understand when it comes to strategic case study.